Yeah,
Yeah,
I got him back.
There was something during the testimony about withholding the Javelin missiles during the Obama administration
Yeah,
until they got some favorable, for the president of Ukraine. So
yeah.
Obama was asking for something, but again, we all agreed that hey, this would be the
Hmm.
beneficial
democratic
to the
thing to do or the
country,
moral thing
not
to
to
do.
the
So nobody.
president, not to Obama.
Well, how many other administrations had a rogue person doing ambassador work like Giuliani?
Well, if you're asking how many ambassadorships were sold,
No, it's not
well, that goes
ambassadorship.
back a long time.
He's
I
not an
mean,
ambassador. He's
what the
showing up,
hell was he
going out
doing that
acting
stuff?
like one, but he's not.
Why was he doing that stuff?
Hmm.
I look at it this way: if our system and country can survive Trump, we'll know we're okay. If we can't, well,
Well,
then
that's the
we
question:
expose
is
the flaws of our
can we
system.
survive?
Right.
Well, yeah. Somebody I know said that right when he was elected. Is that the government will survive Trump? It's just whether we can survive it, and it probably will. That's the whole thing.
Oh yeah, there'll be a government after. Well, not even. But the
It'll be
problem
pretty
is,
messed up, and we'll have to fix
what
it.
kind of government are we going to have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a democracy.
Remember that?
I got to tell you, a couple of minutes ago, we went down. Um, we're still going on. Let me see here. Are we still going there? No, we're not. We're
You're
not.
on,
Well, I'm.
but you're in blurred mode.
What?
You're in blurred
Yeah,
mode.
your background's blurred.
What do you mean my background's blurry?
Your
Your,
background is
your
in blurred
CDs,
mode.
DVDs, and stuff are all blurred out.
Oh, real? What?
Yeah, if you that mode that you can put your camera
Yeah,
into,
Alex, you look like you're gonna,
background is
looks
blurred.
like you're doing a documentary, and they're saying, Alex, what was it like in the 1960s in the States?
Yeah, but I don't know if we're going out on the. Oh, there we are. There we go. There we go. Let me see if I can get this going here. There we go. Yeah. What happened was my internet went down, and I just kind of kept recording it. So people, if you're watching a recording of this, it's gonna be a little weird. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, we
Um,
kept going.
huh? I know you guys kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without me.
I'm sorry, it's just Trump is acting like a dictator. He's trying to act like Putin. He's trying to act like Kim Jong Un, and he's getting away with it.
Yeah.
Republicans are letting him get away with it, and if he gets reelected, the people are letting him get away with it. And we don't have a democracy anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he isn't really a Kim Jong Un. He isn't that good. At
Well,
being a
not yet.
dictator.
But if he gets the idea he's above the law, he will be starting to. You think he's not? You think he doesn't want to lock up his political opponents? He just can't get away with it right now.
Right. Right.
But you keep giving him an inch, he's going to take a mile. You think he won't be throwing Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton in jail in 2022 if he gets reelected?
Yep. Yep. You're right. You're right. I mean, it's really it's amazing what he is getting away with. Yes, Jeff, go ahead.
The one thing that I know about the Republican stuff that's going on is a lack of making critical thinking. They
Yeah.
don't make any decisions other than somebody is teaching them how to
Right.
do this every day.
Right. Right.
It's amazing. Can't they think by themselves?
Apparently not. Apparently not. I mean, they've got.
Patrick, how do you feel about that?
Uh, I mean, I, I'm, well, you know that I'm not a sycophant anyway, and I don't consider myself a Republican. Yeah, I mean, I think yeah,
Yeah. You're breaking up for some reason.
Breaking off now.
You're breaking up.
I think it's Bree's background noise that's knocking him out.
Oh, really?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going. Now, yeah. Yeah.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, so, now where was I going with that?
Well, you're not a
Critical
sycophant. We know
thinking.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so when I look at certain things that are done or said, I know I myself, like I said, I look at like these hearings, and I look at them differently than you guys do, even though I'm not a fan of Trump. But I look at them from an outside view, and I say it fucked up anyway because nobody's running this thing like a real thing, and they don't have credible witnesses.
Right.
And then I look at things that Trump does, and some things I'm okay with, some things I'm not, and that's the thing is, he'll never earn my vote. But like the military thing in Syria,
Mm-hmm.
when he pulled the troops out, I was not for that. I found that to be ridiculous. It's one of those things where I think it's more of him not listening to the people that know
Yeah.
that he supposedly, like every other administration, surrounds himself with.
Mm-hmm.
And, the latest thing I have to give him credit for because somebody got to him.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? The last person that talked to him is typically the one that influences his opinion.
Right.
The senator from Wisconsin, Ron Johnson, had been against banning the vaping liquids that Trump wanted to ban all vaping liquids from the stores and all of that, all the flavored stuff, because of those deaths. And that's not what the problems were. It was the homemade stuff. And apparently Senator Johnson was the last person to talk to the president because the president had backed off of that. And that's the thing that bothers me. You're talking about critical thinking, Jeff.
Yeah.
I don't think that the president does much thinking on his own. It's other people, and then he might sit and assess something, but he did not have any, as far as I can see, any original thoughts of his own. It's always other people influencing, and if he doesn't like it,
Mm-hmm.
like Syria, how many people in the military told him, don't get out of there.
Don't do it.
Stay, and he goes, fuck it, we're getting out. So that's where I'm at. It's like I said, some of the stuff I'm okay with. A lot of it I'm not, and then there's other stuff that I don't care one way or the other because I think it isn't destructive.
Yeah. Yeah. Charlie.
I think the whole thing about pulling out of Syria was because he had that discussion with Erdogan. And I think what it was is Erdogan promised him all kinds of financial boons from his businesses in Turkey. And so he did this thing that Erdogan wanted him to do. So he didn't, his foreign policy in that instance was not based on what's best for the United States. He based that on what's best for Donald Trump. And I'm sorry, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican or Green Party or what. If you're only in it to benefit yourself, you should not be president.
Okay. All right. So anyway, what we're doing is we're arguing here. I've been trying to get everything back the way it was here. So excuse me if I haven't been paying much attention. But what we're saying here is Trump doesn't believe anything. He doesn't believe in anything. He just believes in himself. He believes in what's good for Donald Trump is good for Donald Trump, and the fuck what's good for the country. So, make your deal with the Ukraine because you want to get reelected, so you want to get something on Biden. And, be good to Erdogan because you've got a Trump property in Turkey. Have we learned our lesson about hiring somebody to be president of the United States who, quite frankly, has too many personal interests going for him? last time we should ever elect a businessman as president of the United States, you know? And that includes Bloomberg, by the way,
Yeah.
you know? Because there'll always be, even if they're, Bloomberg, I think, is a fairly decent guy, but I do think he will have second thinking about certain things where his personal interests are concerned. So you can't really, you know, I don't know. It's all, we've got a guy as president of the United States who is slowly but surely taking this country down. He's taking it down in all manners, all kinds of ways, including a lot of the ecology things and so on. I mean, and you're right about the vaping thing. It's amazing how he changed on that one.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
And the only reason I know intimately about that is because it's my senator, and he was interviewed on one of the local radio shows. When did he change his mind? Like Monday or Tuesday on that?
Something like that.
The senator was on a couple days ago and mentioned he'd been trying to talk Donald Trump off the ledge on that. And then when I heard Donald Trump is dropping it, I thought, it's true. It's the last person that talked to him that seems to get the results of whatever it is, whether it's good or bad. So, you know, Johnson must have talked to him at, you know, like 8:30 the night before, and he probably went to bed and thought about it and went, yeah, we'll not ban everything. So, yeah.
Does anybody watch Fox here?
Oh,
Yeah, I do.
Well, yeah.
Is it my imagination, or are they slowly turning against Trump?
Well, yeah, they are. It seems like they're kind of getting into the middle anyway.
Yeah, they seem to be a little more. I mean, I tuned in the other day, and there was somebody, you know, railing against something Trump had done, and I'm going, "This is Fox." You know, this is Fox.
People like Tucker aren't, but
no, those.
I watched
Just
him for about 5 minutes
Napolitano.
today.
Yes, Patrick.
There's more critical thinking going on.
Yeah.
And the show Outnumbered,
Yeah,
depending on who are on there, they do have like Harris Faulkner,
yeah,
the African American lady, and then
Yeah.
there's Melissa Francis. They are like the co-hosts,
yeah,
Yeah.
actually critical in their thinking and the way that they will bring things out. And then the other person that's on there quite a bit is Kennedy. I don't know if you remember
Yeah, yeah.
her MTV days.
yeah.
She's a libertarian, and she's a Trump supporter, but lately there's been a lot of, thought behind, well, what the hell is this about?
Yeah.
Or why won't this get discussed? And so I don't know that they're turning against him, but it's more of there's no being sycophants like perhaps they've been the last several years.
Yeah.
Hannity, on the other hand, still has his tongue up his ass, giving him rim jobs like, nobody's business. I haven't watched Hannity in 10 years because I never could stand the guy. But when I do flip through, it's always, praise Trump. So
Yeah. Yeah.
if I hear him on, I'm off in 10 seconds. It's just
he's Fox's version of what's your name, Rachel Maddow, where whatever the Democrats do, Rachel is right there, and Hannity is same thing for the Republicans.
Well, I'm just tired. I'm sick and tired of television that is playing to a particular audience and telling them everything they want to hear. I'm tired of MSNBC because I feel they've got their tongue up my ass all the time, giving me a rim job. And if I were to the right, I think I'd be pissed off at Fox for the same reason. Just give me some open discussion with different ideas that maybe I can absorb a newer idea, or maybe I can hear somebody else's thoughts on things. But I mean, I do. Any of you feel? I mean, you watch MSNBC. Do you feel the same way I do? I'm bored with it.
yeah.
I am just so bored with it. Yes. Bree.
Well, one of the things is that it's hyper commercialization and commercialization of the media.
Mhm.
They do target audience, and it'd be the equivalent if you imagine. I mean, I teach in the university classroom. It'd be like me going in and saying, "What do you guys think? Does the sun rise in the east and set in the west, or does it rise in the north and the south? Whatever you guys think that is, let's go with that because that's what you think." And it's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
we've lost the public service nature of news and information is gone.
Yeah.
And it's replaced by opinions 24 hours a day because they got to fill the time.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you feel about things and what do you believe? I love when people say, do you believe in climate change? It's like, it's not a religion. It doesn't matter whether you believe in it or not. It's gonna
Well,
happen.
can't you be?
And you're
Yeah,
gonna win.
but can't you be a Republican and believe that there is such a thing as climate change? I mean, it's an intellectual question. It's not
Yeah, some
a
do.
political question. Yes, Patrick.
Some do.
Climate change exists. It's existed from the beginning of the fucking planet. So that's where I stand on it. As far as the other
Okay.
shit,
Then the
Yeah.
question is,
Yeah, and
is not is
the
there
Earth's gonna win.
climate change, but is it worse than it's ever been?
we don't know that. I mean,
Or
well,
is it man-made?
Ask the people in Miami.
Does man have the ability to change the climate? And the answer is yes, we do. We do it all the time.
Miami floods during sunny days now. It didn't do that 20 years ago.
well, here's one of the benchmarks that I've heard is: do you think if climate change, as everybody seems to think with, global warming or whatever the hell we want to call it, that the water's going to rise in Florida, you think they would continue building high rises and making investments on the beach if in 10
Yes.
years, like that goofy Greta chick,
The goofy Greta
Yes,
chick.
they would because they
Yeah.
may not be aware of research and reports that are further out than whatever their sales targets are.
The U.S. military believes in climate change. They have all kinds of contingencies for it. They know what's going to happen when the waters rise.
well, where I live, we used to be a glacier, so I'm not really worried about any of it. So,
And you know something? The way things are going, it may be a glacier again.
right? So,
Yeah,
it's funny that there's almost no glaciers left in Glacier National
by the way,
Park.
just to tell you this, and then we're going to have to start playing the theme, but down in my courtyard, and maybe I'll take a picture of it or something, it is not snowing in New York. But in my courtyard, we have an inch of snow. They're making a movie in the next couple of days, and they've laid down fake snow. And it looks, it's like Christmas down there. It's amazing. It's just amazing. Anyway, hey, listen, first of all, I'm sorry, everybody, that we maybe, if you're watching this in retrospect, it's not running as well as it was. There's some people who just dropped us because they lost us. We lost our internet service for a short time. Fuck you, Fios. Anyway, I want to thank, let me see here, Ray, who's not here right now. I want to thank Patrick. I want to thank Charlie. I want to thank Kevin. I want to thank Jeff. And especially in Kuala Lumpur, we want to thank Bree for being here. All of you, give a big wave goodbye, and we'll wave back at you. Okay, there we go, folks. There they go. Now, let me hang up on them now. Now they'll hang. I can hang up on them. Before they hung up on me because I didn't have an internet for a while. But hopefully, when this plays back, you'll just hear and then whatever. Anyway, hey, listen, that's it for tonight. Jack Bishop is next with the intersection of most of this same station. I'll be back again tomorrow night, I guess. Yeah, with more of this and a little more of that. Same time. Oh, right, excuse me. Damien's on at 9:30. Let me plug that. with the exchange. And then we'll be back again tomorrow night at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. In the meantime, as always, I'm kind of flummoxed because everything went south tonight. If you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Bye, everybody. See you later. God.